because if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna put myself in danger, because this is actually scary and people actually want to see this. But I figured it was time to actually sit down and decide to make this video, because I've been wanting to do it for months, for a year. Ever since all this stuff started happening, I've been wanting to do it. You were there when my phone moved on its own, correct? Can you get my phone?
That's so weird.
Why? Why is that so weird? It's literally my alarm telling me to take my meds. That should be a weird
call.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Are you ready? Okay. Come up here. Come sit next. So this is my roommate, Paulina. You may have seen her in my other video where she successfully dyed my hair. It's now very short. I figured somebody I could actually talk to about this kind of paranormal... Yeah. The mess that has been the past 8 months of my life living at home in Orlando. I figured the best person to talk about this stuff to would be her. And she's here today to give us kind of an explanation of what she does. And she's also gonna read my tarot cards.
Yeah, so basically, to give it, I don't want to give it the shortened version like I'm a psychic, because I'm really not, but I do like to practice along with things like healing crystals, pendulums, tarot cards, like all these stuff, candles. So I've been doing this for around 2 years, so I'm pretty new at it, and I'm still like developing as whatever the heck you want to label it. A disclaimer, I don't want to enforce my practice on things, and it's not the only way to do it. People have their own ways of like reading tarot cards or doing pendulum stuff or healing crystals. I have my way, and it is developing, but that's as far as I know now, and I feel comfortable enough to share it and publicize it. So that's what I do. I don't really mess with spirits and ghosts and stuff, and I don't condone any of it, like the use of Ouija boards and stuff. I do use pendulums, which are kind of different. You do kind of have that ability to talk to spirits through a crystal and a kind of like a thread, and you hold it in your hand. But usually when I use them, I will always ask for a specific spirit, which would be my spirit guide or like my spirit angel, which is a good spirit. And just to give a little side note on like that Ouija board stuff, I don't condone it, just because you kind of are opening the possibility of kind of any spirit or any paranormal figure, character, entity to come into your life. So that's why I don't condone it.
I'm just so happy I have somebody that kind of believes me in my own experience and kind of not understands what I have experienced, but doesn't just dismiss me as,
Yeah, I 100% believe in spirits. My theory on it is that they live with us in this, like, in the physical earth, or in this physical moment. And yeah, there's spirits of spirits. There's good, there's bad. And I really have a lot of respect for them. I don't go out and try to like tempt them or like push them to come to me. Personally, I haven't had really bad paranormal experiences, and I'm really hoping I don't, just because I don't give them the attention or like the access to it.
There's definitely something that hasn't been officially scientifically explained. Like there's definitely something out there that people have. There are things that have happened that people do not realistically and scientifically have explanations to.
And there's going to be people out there, especially in the YouTube community, that are going to know all this stuff, like by memory, like know what they're doing. I'm just trying to learn it and growing as a tarot card reader, whatever you want to call me. I don't really like that description. I'm just doing me. So,
like she said, she's not here to forcibly put any belief onto any of you guys. Meanwhile, I, on the other hand, am trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and hopefully I can maybe change some of your guys' mind as well. Because I know some of you watching have heard about my experience before this video and before even I wanted to actually explore this and talk about it. And I know some of you thought that I was you know, making it up. But honestly, I'm not that funny and I'm not that creative, so I really couldn't have made this up. But I hope that this maybe will give you some insight to what has been going on, and I'm ready to explore and I'm ready to like figure some things out.
So first, I'm gonna give credit real quick to the set that I use.
I have no idea what she's planning to have me do, by the way. Like I have no intention of figuring out what we're doing.
Yeah, and then it comes with the handbook, which basically, depending on what the card shows, I flip through it. I read a little bit on what it is, which I guess you can fast forward that because I read it, and then from like what I kind of energize from it and from what I understand the card is telling me, I tell her. And here is the deck of the cards, the tarot cards, and what I like to go ahead and do is that I open it up and I try to not touch the cards at all, just because I have my own energy, she has her own energy, and I do not want the energies to mix up, so I go ahead and give her the deck of cards. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and just shuffle them. Ones that we're doing right now is going to be past, present, and future cards, which are just 3 cards, and she's gonna lay them out, and I will do the reading. Essentially how I do it is that if the card is facing, not facing me, it kind of has more of like a negative connotation to it. And if it's facing me, it has a positive connotation. So what she's gonna do is that you're gonna lay them face down, and you're gonna do past towards the left, present in the middle, and future towards the right.
So just straight from the top or from anywhere in the deck?
Wherever you want from the deck. Whatever card is grabbing your energy and attention. So that's past. Can you move that? Yeah, present. Okay, and future. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it this way. And it is a negative towards me, and I'm just gonna go ahead and show the card. It's the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is defined as a situation where there's so many like options that you don't know what to choose from. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read like the actual definition so the camera can see it. So it goes, the 7 of Cups symbolizes a situation where you feel many choices are possible. You may feel overwhelmed as your imagination runs away with you. The difficulty lies in actually making a decision. But it's negative, so I think that it is something that costs you a lot of trouble to get there, to define that thing. And so that's what I'm just relating it to. I don't know how accurate you might think that is.
I think that's accurate. When you said making a decision, it was literally almost an hour ago we were talking about whether or not I should actually do this video or not. Because I don't know how like far in the past it goes, but that's the first thing that came to my mind was...
Yeah, so the other thing with this is that when you talk about past, and again, like this is what I'm saying, like this is what I feel from the card and what I'm relating to it. When you talk about past, this could mean 2 days ago, 5 months ago, 5 years ago, 50 years ago. Okay, so for present, oh my god, let's scratch that. Okay, so it's towards me. It is the 7 of Wands. I will go ahead and show that card. So basically, 7 of Wands is your ideas or beliefs may be challenged. For you to feel like the need to defend your position. While you may meet with your opposition, the 7 of Wands indicates that you can win through this in this situation and overcome any obstacle before you do. To do so, you need to remain calm, have confidence in yourself, and possess the courage to stand up for what you believe in. What I'm relating from this is because we just had a conversation and you're very indecisive on whether or not to continue or like pursue what you're talking about with this. Can I call it a series?
It's a part series, yeah.
It's a part series, but it's basically from what I relate, is like she's expressing like a lot of like concern on whether or not she should go for it, but I have a feeling like from this is that deep down inside she wants to continue this, she wants to pursue, she wants to go more and understand what she wants to do with the series and go and like investigate and stuff. So I think, and it is positive, so I think it's showing like you really need to go ahead and continue this.
You said defend my position, because that kind of relates to the whole thing with my mom, is like they didn't really acknowledge the fact that I was telling them about all that stuff, and now all of a sudden they believe me.
Yeah, and so for future, it is towards you, and it is the world. Okay. And I will show this card. So the interpretation for it is, having learned the lessons presented by all the previous cards, we finally arrive at the world. So this is really interesting because it's the last card you drew. It wasn't the middle, it wasn't the first one. The world begins the same assurance of success, victory, and triumph. This card doesn't indicate overnight success, but rather the accomplishment of a goal that has been steadily worked toward.
That's
Rewards
weird.
are well deserved, and you will feel delighted with your achievements. So, obviously, from what I understand, is like it's showing success, and this is something that you're scared of it not being successful, and it's telling you, this card, the middle one, is telling you, you need to be more confident. Like, you need to go ahead and do this. And the last one is showing you, when you're done with this, you're going to be successful in that. You're going to have victory and triumph.
That is a little weird, though. It's very interesting, though, because at the beginning you said that it relies off of my energy. Mm-hmm. And it's weird that the first two cards are basically talking about making a decision. Like, I'm having such decisive energy about, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's I don't believe in coincidences, but I'm just...
Yeah, and like, by all means, like, if I know a lot of people that don't like tarot cards because they related to darker stuff and like witchcraft. I'm not a witch. Don't call me a witch. You can call me a bitch, but you can't call me a witch.
Well, thank you for doing this and for giving people some insight, because I'm sure a lot of people have always wondered about. I mean, a lot of my friends have always wondered about tarot cards, so that's something really fun. So thank you.
Yep.
And
they're not evil.
Yeah.
Tarot cards are not evil. I think that's a lot
They're
of
fun.
like.
This is fun.
Yeah.
You know?
I think there's a lot of negative. How do I say it? Like taboo, stigmatism to tarot cards, that they're evil, that they have to do with like demonic stuff,
which is not always the case.
Or are related to like Ouija boards, which they are not.
Go give her like a follow and tell her that she's cool.
Great.
Yeah. She needs it.
I need it now.
Yeah. Well, thank you. This is weird, and I don't. Again, this is like one of those things where I don't know how to explain like how accurate it can be.
Is anyone here?
What?
But it's weird. It's weird because there's nothing over there, and we tried it on the light, and it's far enough away from the TV. I'm actually going to take you into the bathroom where someone look at this, so that I'm not the only one looking at it. It's on orange right now.